Hi again, everybody, and welcome to John Savage Hall. We are on the campus of the University of Toledo, ready to bring you this regional championship game between John Von Sassen, good old John, and his Fort Jennings Musketeers at 21-3, up against the Senecas of Tiffin Calvert and Tony Mass. Their record is 22-2. Fort Jennings Musketeers, they come in with an average of 71 points a game. They give up 54. They're shooting 51% from the field. They shoot 68% from the charity stripe and 36% from behind the arc. For Tiffin Calvert, they average 74 points a game, and they give up 59. Tiffin Calvert got here by defeating Kalida 58-42 in the semifinal game. And for the Fort Jennings Musketeers, they knocked off Stryker in a game right here on Fox. Final score was 66-49. Tiffin Calvert and Tony Mass. Tony Mass, 195 and 132 in his 15th year at the helm for the Senecas. And John Von Sassen, he's been around for a long time. 40 years in the program over at Fort Jennings. His 14th year as head coach, and a career record of 172 and 139. How about the officials, Bob? Let's talk about them first. They're out there and they're talking about them, so we might as well too.
We got 3 veteran officials out there, Carl. Many years experience. Mike Vaschak has 19 years experience. Rich Bellis, 25, and Tim Radley, 11. So we should have a good ball game.
And I like how you always say that, Bob.
You always say that in the first quarter, he's already chewing them out.
Oh, you never hear me say a bad word about officials anymore.
Oh, you're so.
Well, let's talk about the coaches here first. And coming out and shaking hands with John Von Sassen is Tony Mass. Assistant coaches, Jim Welty, Ted Willman, and Brian Calutruglio. Got that one out. John Von Sassen, the head coach for Fort Jennings, and he's got a couple of good assistants over there. Todd Hain and Bill Warnicki. Athletic director for Fort Jennings is also their principal, Tom Sakemiller, who does a great job. Principal of Tiffin Calvert is Jim Wright. And the athletic director is the same guy who's the head coach, Tony Mass.
So I bet Tony gets new uniforms whenever he wants them. Whenever he does.
All you have to do is ask the athletic director.
Ask himself.
Yeah.
But that's an easy answer.
Let's check out the non-starters for both of these two teams, and we will start with the Senecas. Number 10 is Andy Ritzler. Andy is a 5'10 junior. Number 20 is Robbie Ritzler. Robbie is a 5'11 senior. Number 23, Nick Lucius, a 6'3 junior. Number 33, Evan Riddle, a 5'9 junior. Number 34, 6'2 senior, Ben Brickner. Number 40, Bart Fisher, a 5'11 senior. And number 52 is Kevin Cahill. Kevin is 6'3", and he is a senior. For the non-starters for the Fort Jennings Musketeers, they include number 12, Adam Gosser, a 5'9 junior. Number 24, Sam Young, a 5'9 sophomore. Number 30, Mark Bamer, a 6' senior. Number 34, Tony Grothaus, a 5'10 junior. Number 40, Jesse Ricker. Jesse, a 6' junior. Number 44, Zach Weber. Zach, a 5'10 sophomore. And rounding out the non-starters for Fort Jennings, number 50 is Brandon Norbeck. Brandon is a 6' sophomore. Tonight we've got this regional championship game. Tomorrow we will be heading back up here, guys. At 3 o'clock we're going to bring you the game between Lima Central Catholic, and their record is 20-4. They're going to be taking on Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, and they'll come in at 16-8. Looking forward to that one. Also, congratulations to Shawnee, Bob. They are already back into the regional championship game as well.
I think they're playing to their potential right now. This is what we expected out of Shawnee when the season started.
And they're going to be playing in their championship game on Saturday night, same time at 7:30. Why don't we check some starters out here, guys, and see who's going to be out here on the floor to start this baby out. Let's go with Tiffin Calvert first. Here comes Joe Harvey out on the floor. He's number 32. He's a 5'11 senior. And Joe, their leading scorer at 18 points a game. Tim Broadman is number 44. Tim is a 5'9 senior. Tim is averaging 9 points a game. Number 50 is Nate Keller, 6-foot senior. Nate averages 4 points a game. Number 42, 6'3" senior Dustin Reisner. Dustin is averaging 13 points a game. And rounding out the starting five for Tony Mass is number 22, Kevin Lucius. Kevin, a 6'4" senior who averages 8 points a game. For the Fort Jennings Musketeers, their point guard, Kevin Liebrecht. Kevin, number 14, a 5'10" senior. Kevin averages 12 a game. Number 20, 5'11" senior, Kevin Grothaus. Kevin is averaging 18 points a game. Did I say Kevin Liebrecht? Of course, I meant Kyle Liebrecht. Made this out a little bit too fast. Kevin Grothaus averaging 18. Scott Gosser, number 32, a 6'1" senior. He averages 11 points a game. Number 22, our player of the game when they took on Strikers. Matt Metzger, 6'3" junior, averaging 17 a game. He had 24 points against Striker. And rounding out the starting five, Aaron Utrup, number 42. Aaron is a 6'3" senior who averages 10 points a game. Those are your starters. Let's find out what Bob Arnzen thinks are the keys to this high school basketball game. Keys brought to you by Mike Pruitt Ford, where you'll discover for yourself that nobody beats a Mike Pruitt deal. Nobody. With the keys for tonight, Coach Bob Arnzen.
Carl, the keys are real easy tonight. For Calvert, they must stop Fort Jennings' penetration. Secondly, they must make it a running game. For Fort Jennings, they must stop Calvert's penetration. Secondly, they must make it a running game. Keys are the same for both teams. Let's see which one can do them the better.
Sounds easy enough, Bob. And we're going to tell you again, the keys brought to you by Mike Pruitt Ford, where you'll discover for yourself that nobody beats a Mike Pruitt deal. Nobody. Now, this is a big one. Bob, they were here last year. Fort Jennings, they took on Edgerton and were unable to win. This time, they're going to try again a year later.
Carl, they say this is planned for all the marbles. This is a big game for the trip to Columbus.
Big shot to the shot.
There's a lot of butterflies in those kids' stomachs right now, and there's a lot of butterflies in all the people in the stands.
Last year, it was March the 19th that this game was played. Today, it's March the 17th.
Happy St. Patrick's Day again.
Here we go. Tiffin Calvert's going to start with the basketball. They've got some good ones on this squad. Nate Keller averages 4 a game. He gives the ball up to Joe Harvey. Harvey, baseline shot from 15 is no good. Too strong. Nice. Oh, boy. One of the players for Tiffin Calvert all the way up in the press row.
Somebody had to be open for Fort Jennings on that one, Carl.
I think that was Jake Powers from WDOH Radio. Who caught and saved him down there with Rick Miller. And Rick, I saw him jump out of his seat and start running.
Rick was checking his clothes, make sure they weren't dirty.
Here comes Utrup off the glass, and he is fouled. And I think, Bob, in this game, you might as well put your track shoes on because we got two very similar teams who love to get up and down the floor.
It looks like they're going to really go after each other, and that's what makes for a good ball game.
Two-shot foul.
We're going to see which team's got the most stamina.
Aaron Utrup knocks down the first point of this game.
You know, that's a big point. Calvert came down and had 2 nice shots already and missed them.
And quickly, Fort Jennings on top of the lone zone scoreboard with a minute gone here in this first quarter of play. Senecas with the basketball, Kevin Lucius. Kevin gives it up to Joe Harvey, the senior.
He's a penetrator, Carl.
They've got about 5 seniors in this starting lineup. Fort Jennings with 4 seniors. So these are 2 veteran squads. Picked up by Keller. Keller in the paint, better get out. He does. Nice bounce pass, but it's stolen away by Liebrecht.
That's more passes than Calvert had to throw any one time last week against Salida.
Oh, there's a traveling violation against Fort Jennings. That is turnover number 1. Calvert with 2 to start this game.
Both teams a little tight right now. You can tell, a little edgy. Passes aren't very crisp, Bob.
Yeah, I think the Calvert is tighter than Jennings right now.
You can tell that by the way they shot the ball.
Yep.
Nate Keller looks for some help, gives it to Dustin Reisner. Down low they go, and that one's too strong. And remember, these rims, that was had nothing to do with the rim there, but these rims very tight at Toledo. Down on the baseline, shot is going to be blocked. We saw some shots go halfway down in the rim of the net and then pop out. Nice transition by Tiffin Calvert.
Jennings has got to get back.
Down the floor we go. This is Kevin Grodehouse. Kevin gives it up for the 3. This one's going to be short. Rebound, Tiffin Calvert knocked away, and here we go, back the other way.
Both teams got to really make sure they get back tonight.
Down low on the block. Let's see. The challenge. Oh, boy, that's got to be a charge.
Good call.
Putting his head down was Dustin Reisner, the 6'3" senior, and he's got 2 fouls, Bob, already.
That's a tough break for Calvert. They're off early in the game to lose a man like that.
Well, they're going to have to get him out of there, and they do. And they're going to bring in Ben Brickner off the bench, a 6'2" senior.
That's their second leading scorer, Dustin Reisner.
Only 2 players for Calvert averaging in double figures. That's Harvey, number 32, and Reisner, who just left the ball game.
But they still average in the 70s per game, I believe.
Baseline, there's a 3. Yes!
Grodehouse.
Give that one to Kevin Grodehouse, and it's 5-2 Fort Jennings.
That's a guy they like to find a hole early in the ball game because he can flat out shoot a ball.
Harvey gives the basketball up to Broadman. They work right wing. There's the move to the paint, off the glass, too strong. Rebound, Metzger.
Calvert's getting real good shots in here. They're going to start hitting those shots.
John Von Sossen has loosened up the tie already. Outside, got it. What did I say about that tight rim, Bob?
Well, they haven't hit the rim yet, Carl. They're putting it right through that hole.
And there's a foul against Kyle Liebrecht. Metzger came out hitting the last time they played, and he had 24 points, our player of the game, and he wants to make his presence known here in this one quickly as it's 8-2.
Carl, tight rims don't bother you if you swish them.
That's right.
Tell you what, these guys can just catch and shoot, but that time he just took it up himself and took it off the dribble. Don't take him long to get the ball in the air.
Nate Keller gives it up. This is Lucius. Lucius takes it to the rack, has it stripped away, and then it's stolen Metzger. Here they come. Metzger's going to have to pull it back. He doesn't have the numbers. They better watch him, though. Takes it back in the paint, outside for Liebrecht. No, rebound, pulled down. How about another one, Gosser? It's going to be blocked. And now we got a foul. Scott Gosser, the 6'1" senior, couldn't get it to go and then committed the foul.
Looks like the refs are going to let him play a little bit, Carl.
Gosser did a great job, Carl, finding the open spot to get the rebound. Everybody's boxing out and nobody claimed him, and he got the open rebound.
We've got 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Fort Jennings on top, 8-2, and almost a turnover. Fort Jennings playing that good defense, Bob.
Still in there man-to-man.
Down on the baseline, now inside on the block. Nice little spin move by Kevin Lucius. 8-4, Fort Jennings on top.
He's got the 4 points for Calvert right now.
Liebrecht, double team. Now he gets it back over on the left side to Utrip, and he gives it right back to him. Right elbow. This is Gosser. To Metzger, puts the fake on. Nice pass inside Gosser. The bucket will not count.
Good call.
Bob, I heard where John Von Sossen was describing that pesky defense that he has, that he used against Stryker the other night, as the 21 thumbs down defense.
It's probably a double down defense where when the guard throws it into a forward, the man guarding the ball probably goes right down and double teams.
Grodehouse can't get it to go. He calls it a 21 thumbs down trap, so as much as he can do there is very successful. Nice pass again down low, a little spin move. He's a good-looking player. Kevin Lucius, he averages 8 a game.
You're right, Bob. Fort Jennings not doing a good job getting back on defense right now.
They got to get back a lot quicker.
And now they knock it away, and they couldn't get to it, though. They pass it down low from 12, spin move, and that was no good.
Oh, boy.
I think that one got away from him.
Yeah, we'll call overs on that one.
3 minutes remaining, first quarter. Liebrecht back to Metzger for an NBA three, and that one he comes up a little short.
They'll be hearing that the rest of the game. He'll shoot it again, though. He's got a good stroke.
They better hope he does.
Yep. That won't faze him one bit.
Matt Metzger averages 17 a game. He pulls down 7 boards a game. This season on threes, he was 14 of 53. Wait a minute, I think I got the old one. Let me see the update.
This is a mini timeout right here that they're having. That's a good breather for both teams.
15 out of 55.
Yeah, let's make it 15 out of 55.
It's 27%.
Whoop.
Almost to travel. Tiffin Calvert trails by 2 with 2:40 remaining in his first quarter. Regional championship from the University of Toledo. Nate Keller looks, dribbles in, spins, takes it into paint, and gets it off the glass.
That's a pretty big league move, guys.
Once he made his spin, Bob, there was no defense there to help out.
There's no help man coming in. They got to get some help from another man.
Roadhouse with a tough shot. There's that rim. It was in and came out.
I think Fort Jennings has got to turn around and run back on defense, guys.
Calvert on a 6-0 run right now.
We're tied up at 8.
Don't be surprised if John goes zone here real quick.
Ben Brickner. Also, Kevin Cahill's in there. He's number 52. He's 6'3", and they throw it away.
Good idea.
That's good idea on his part. The man took one step in, he had a layup.
5 turnovers now. Dustin Reisner, 6'3", Lucius, 6'4", Nick Lucius, 6'3", Cahill, 6'3". They got some height on this Tiffin Calvert squad.
Oh, yeah. And as they come off the bench, they get bigger.
Metzger in trouble. He looked to shoot. Now he's going to have to give it up to Liebrecht. We're down to a minute 40, first quarter.
By his hitting his first 3, that made him guard him different.
Turnover against Fort Jennings. That's 3. Chance for Tiffin Calvert to take the lead. Harvey works, goes baseline, and he's fouled. Joe Harvey is their leading scorer at 5'11". He's a senior.
He looks like he's an awful hard man to guard because he's going to put that ball on the floor and head of the basket. And he's going to beat most of these guys one-on-one.
How about this Midland Athletic League, Bob? You know anything about them?
I don't know anything about it, but I think it's Fremont, St. Joe, and Calvert.
Here's your zone right now, Bob. 2-3 out of the inbounds.
Thrown away, and then right back in their hands,
pass.
and they get an easy bucket out of it.
Dangerous pass.
And so that makes the score 10-8. Tiffin Calvert takes the lead with a minute 14 remaining, first quarter. Metzger all the way.
Boy, he's elusive.
Matt Metzger makes it 10-10 as we approach the 1-minute mark. 3 team fouls against Jennings and also 3 team fouls against Calvert here in this first quarter. With the basketball, Brodman, he gives it back up to Harvey. We're down to 45 seconds.
They stayed in his 2-3 zone after out of bounds. Calvert was getting way too much penetration against the man.
Brodman. Right side they go. And now they reverse it, almost tossed that one out of bounds. This guy here is a player. Watch him, that's Harvey. Down to 25 seconds. Outside shot is good. Nothing but net. Give that basket to number 34, Ben Brickner off the bench.
Down to 15, Carl.
13-10, Calvert on top. Make it down to 10 seconds. Roadhouse, too strong. Rebound pulled down by the Senecas, 7 seconds. It's a steal. Pass on the inside's knocked away. Turnover against Fort Jennings, 1 second, and they won't get a shot off. We have played 8 minutes of basketball. Here from the University of Toledo, our score on the Lone Zone scoreboard, it's Tiffin Calvert 13, Fort Jennings 10. Second quarter action coming up next on Fox. Well, Bob, we got that first quarter out of the way. The jitters, if there were any, should be gone by now, and both teams playing pretty well in that first quarter. It's 13-10 at this point.
Carl, when we watched them the other night, I thought these two teams were even in quickness. The first quarter here so far, I think Calvert's been much quicker than Jennings. They're quicker on their transition after they have a defensive rebound. They're getting down the court. They're quicker on their one-on-one moves. But I think Fort Jennings might loosen up a little bit this quarter.
Let's check our first quarter numbers with Scott Stiles.
Fort Jennings really struggled the last 7 shots they took. They were 1 for 7. They ended up 3 for 12 first quarter. Tiffin Calvert was 6 for 11 for 55%. Rebounds, Tiffin Calvert out-rebounded them 6-4. Turnovers, Tiffin with 5, Fort Jennings 4. Three-point shooting, 2 for 7 for Fort Jennings.
Shot by Metzger is no good.
He got lost. A good penetrating move, and he got lost on that one.
Bounce pass. Harvey outside the NBA 3. Wow. Tim Broadman, who averages 9, makes it 16-10. Tiffin Calvert. Utrip back to Liebrecht to Metzger.
Jennings will be all right. Just loosen up a little bit.
Metzger. Over to Utrip. He likes the 3, and it's too strong. Rebound pulled down. This is Jesse Ricker, who gets it back out to Utrip. How about again? This time it's missed one more time. Rebound underneath, back out. Liebrecht to Grotehouse, dribbles in, puts up the shot, and it's too strong. And finally, Tiffin Calvert gets a rebound.
Jennings hasn't found their shooting guy yet.
Down the floor quickly, outside 3. This one's missed. Rebound, and Metzger able to pull it away. Back the other way, Metzger penetrates in the paint, dishes it off, and it's last touched by the Senecas.
Boy, you gotta get your breath in between.
These guys are similar, though. You're right, Bob. Tiffin Calvert does get down the floor in a hurry.
You know, neither one of these teams have found their shooting guy yet. We got a low-scoring 16-10 ball game, but that's not because they're running. They're running like heck. They got to hit the hole.
Yeah, they're getting their shots.
They're getting plenty of good shots.
Liebrecht, the trigger man, out to Grotehouse for another NBA 3. Wow, these guys can shoot.
That ends a 1 for 10 shooting streak by the
Here they come. Look at this, guys. That's transition. Don't look away. 2 more points. Kevin Lucius, 18-13.
Jennings got to get 2 guys back.
Grotehouse. Yeah, you better not turn your back when you're going down the floor. Almost a travel by Grotehouse, and now they throw it away. Then it's tipped back to Liebrecht. They've got the numbers. 5 on 3. Outside 3 ball. No, too short. Rebound. Gosser on a foul.
Good rebound, Gosser.
John Von Sassen yelling out some instructions to his players.
You know what'll stop the fast break of Calvert the easiest? If Jennings puts a few balls in that hole down there, that's the easiest way to stop a fast break.
Well, look how fast they got back, Bob. Even though after he knocked down that 3, they were down the floor, had the numbers on him again.
Usually you see transition teams do that. They get back well.
Scott Gosser, nice job there on the inside. It's 18-15. 6 minutes remaining, first half.
Calvert's protecting the perimeter so much, Carl, that that's twice now they've got it inside on the inbounds play.
Nice pass in the paint, and this one's no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Joe Harvey.
Boy, the stamina is going to be something important in this ball game.
Well,
this is awful fast pace.
And Jennings has 2 or 3 guys that play almost the entire game.
Yep, they'll have to suck it up tonight.
Matt Metzger, oh, look at that move. Baseline, nice dish, but he couldn't handle it.
Calvert's given good help defense inside there.
Here's something that we saw the other night, Bob, that sometimes Calvert does. They get out of control.
Yeah.
That time their body wanted to go quicker than their feet could carry them.
And their heads will think.
Yep. Liebrecht, spin move, goes right wing. Now down to Metzger. Metzger with 5:15 remaining. First half.
Both these teams got to learn to set the ball up. If you don't get the run, then they got to spread out and run their offense. Take their time.
Baseline Metzger, he dishes it off. Gosser, a fall away, can't get it. Almost rebounded by Utrip, but he couldn't pull it away. Here they come again. There's that 3. Yes! Wow, Bart Fisher makes it 21-15. How many threes they got there, Bob?
1, 2 this quarter, 1 the first quarter.
Outside, this one's no good. Rebound Metzger. Metzger's going to challenge with a spin, can't get it. Now here they come. Watch the Senecas run, folks. Look at that, another three. Passed up this time. Pass on the inside, and it's knocked away. You know what it looks like, Bob, is a bunch of guys playing on the playground at the park.
Oh, yeah, but just watch. They stay spread out when they run down the court here. Calvert's doing a great job. They got a guy spotting up over here on the side. Bart Fisher spots up. He's a three-point shooter.
17 threes have been attempted in a quarter and a half.
And a foul against Fort Jennings. Well, Tiffin Calvert averages 74 and Fort Jennings averages 71, and right now it's 21-15 Calvert. 4:27 remaining.
Oh, easy basket.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he missed a shot. Wow. Dustin Reisner couldn't get it to go. Here comes Liebrecht. Liebrecht tries to split it and does, and Grodhouse is going to be fouled. Boy, they left that top open there, Bob, and he got a nice bounce pass in there.
Now our three-point shooter's going in and posted up inside.
Yeah.
Grodhouse hits him from all over. Watch the difference. Calvert gets back quicker on defense. They got four guys back here in the defense when Jennings is trying to run. Jennings not getting enough guys back.
Somebody opened up the door to the stables and let the horses run.
And they're galloping.
Good one.
Just like those Kentucky thoroughbreds.
Oh, boy.
Gallop.
Grodhouse with another one. Nails it. 21-17. Exact kind of game that we expected. With the basketballs, Keller. Keller goes back to Harvey. Harvey penetrates, and he's the guy that can do it.
Oh, it turns into a...
Look at this. Ball all over the place, and they knock down a three. Nate Keller, after the ball was knocked away, actually lost the handle to it. It's 24-17.
4 out of 6 from three-point land for Tiffin Calvert.
Almost a foul. Metzger, yes, he got the roll.
That's the guy that Jennings needs hitting him. He's getting open. He's getting his shots for him.
24-19. 4 team fouls on Jennings, 5 on Calvert. Harvey between the legs with a double team, and he throws it away. Hey, Liebrecht down the floor. Can he catch up? He does. Spin
Oh,
ball! Can't get it to go. Rebound. Gosser got it. 24-21. Look at this, Bob. They're down the floor. Oh! It's blocked. It's blocked. Matt Metzger.
What a block.
In your face. Wham! Having fun, Bob?
I'm having fun. What a play. Matt Metzger, I don't think there's anybody around here better than him.
He's only a junior, too.
He's a junior.
Suit Bob up. He's ready to play.
He's a pup yet.
Outside, how about another three? No, rebound, knocked around, picked up, dish off inside, there's 2. Give that one to Kevin Lushas.
He's in double figures right now with 10.
26-21, the double team. They get it to Grodhouse. He fakes, dribbles in the paint, puts it up and in. Big time move, Kevin Grodhouse.
Now both teams are hitting, guys. Now the score's going to go high.
The cylinders are pumping now, baby.
Scott's even getting into a little bit here, aren't you?
I got a sweaty palm, Carl.
I saw you smile. Outside behind the arc, lob on the inside. Another blocked shot. Rebound, back up, no good. Rebound, Jennings.
Keep running, guys. Keep coming.
Here they come, Liebrecht. Watch out behind. Gets it off to Gosser for 3. Yes!
Catch and shoot, baby.
We're tied, 26 apiece.
They're hitting them now. Both teams are loosened up and ready to play.
It was a 7-point lead for the Senecas, and the Musketeers have come back. Metzger falls down. Here comes Liebrecht, 3-on-1, takes it to the rack and puts it in. Count it!
Pretty good drive, guys.
Somebody said, guys, it's time.
Time to go.
John Von Sassen put it into 3rd gear, and his team start clicking, Bob.
I don't know if that was thumbs down or what that was.
Bob, you better get a drink. We got a timeout.
Hey, we're ready to go. You never get tired of these.
That's some green water. You got it out of Delphus.
The thing I can say right here, is watching these two teams up on the floor. If you've never seen a Bob Arnzen team before, we're watching two of them right now, Bob.
We're going at each other. This is what we used to have every Wednesday night during practice. Two teams going up and down like that. We didn't make them as often as these guys are.
Well, the score 28-26. Fort Jennings has battled back from a 7-point deficit to take the lead. Hey, want to remind you, it doesn't stop here. Our trot continues. The trot's over for the girls, but the trot continues for the boys. We are going to be right back here tomorrow afternoon for the big game between Lima Central Catholic and Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. And we'll replay that game for you tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. And then hopefully the trot will continue for the boys as we can get some teams to state down at the Schottenstein Center, as that shot is good. And that would be next Thursday, state semifinals. Fort Jennings could be in it next Thursday night at 9 o'clock if they win here.
Jennings has picked up their defense. They're not giving up the easy shot that they were earlier in the game.
29-26, Jennings on top. This is Keller. Keller works left wing to Harvey. Harvey, nice little crosser. Ball loose.
Whoop.
Now we've got
Good call.
Foul.
Good call, right.
If Shawnee were to win their championship game for the regionals, they'd play next Thursday at 2 o'clock in the Division II semifinals. If LCC wins next Friday at 11 o'clock in the morning, that would be their semifinal game.
Bob, you can just come down and stay all night with Carl and I.
Okay, I'm ready to do that.
All right, buddy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's a back court.
That
Picks
back,
it up.
he touched that ball in the front court.
Yep,
Yes, he did.
if you get it right in the back court, it's okay, but he touched it in the front court, and I don't know, they didn't call anything.
I think as long as you touch it up there, even if you don't catch it, I think that's possession in the front court. Referees know more, though.
Well, there's three of them, so what do we got here?
It's not a control catch situation, Bob.
That's a what? I don't know. It might be you have to have control of it, but I'm not sure of that.
Hey, guys, the finals are next Saturday, and we're hoping to trot on down there to the shot again. Hey, I just thought of a new thing we can use
For next year. Don't say anything now. I heard
How you
some-
like that?
What's
The
that?
trot to the shot.
All right.
What do you think?
All right.
Huh? You like
Let's
that better than I like the foxtrot to the shot. I'm going to write that down, Styles. Anyway, next Saturday, 11 o'clock in the morning is the Division II finals. At 2 o'clock will be the Division IV finals. At 5 o'clock will be the Division III finals, and then the late night game will be Division I. Boy, Bob, it's hard to believe. You know, we started this season all the way back in December. It's March, and we're almost done.
Yep. And yet the biggest ones are still coming, the biggest games.
Baseline, Grotehouse can't get. Look at Metzger reach over the top of everybody.
That's all effort.
6'3", reaching over everybody to get 2 points.
Let's hope
wants
he
it.
can go 32 minutes, Carl.
31-26. I believe this is the biggest lead of the night for Fort Jennings.
You're correct, Carl.
Thank you, Scott. 5-point lead.
Whoop.
Harvey with the basketball. They move it around to Lucius.
They're waiting for one shot here. Oh,
Oh,
my.
boy. And there's the scoop, and he gets two. I really like their ball control. I like the way they move the basketball. A lot of times it's haphazard, but it gets there.
It gets done.
Roadhouse.
Well, what they do, Carl, they stay spread out. Watch how they keep their offense way out of there.
Outside, Utrip can't get it to go. A chance for Calvert to tie or pull to within one. Liebrecht playing the defense on Harvey. We're down to 8 seconds. Do they know where the clock's at? We're down to 5 seconds. In the paint, Harvey got it. And that is the way our first half is going to come to an end. Neither side needs to be feeling bad at this point.
Harvey just made 2 baskets in a row. He's their leading scorer with 18. That's all the points he's got so far.
We're going to take time out. Our halftime score, it is the Fort Jennings Musketeers on top of the Tiffin Calvert Senecas, 31-30. Halftime show coming up next on Fox. I guess we could say, guys, that was a pretty fast-paced first half. We got that done in half an hour. And right now, we've got the kind of game we expected. It's a close ball game. They've been up and down the floor, and Fort Jennings has the slight edge, and that's all you need, Bob. You only need to win by one, and right now they are leading by one at 31-30. Halftime show brought to you by our good friends at Van Dyne Crotty of Delphus. Van Dyne Crotty, uniforms that work. Well, Bob, why don't we check out our first half individual numbers.
Really, really a good first half, Carl, for both teams. Second quarter was a 21-17 quarter for Fort Jennings. Kyle Liebrecht has 3. Kevin Grodhaus has 10 big points with 2 threes in there. Matt Metzger has 9. Scott Gosser has 7 with 1 3, and Aaron Utrup has 2 free throws. For Tiffin Calvert, Joe Harvey has 4. Tim Broadman has 3 with 1 3. Nate Keller has 5 with 1 3. Kevin Lucius, the leading scorer for him, with 10 points. Bart Fisher off the bench with 3. Kevin Cahill 2. Ben Brinkman 3. I think the story of the first quarter was that they've done a great job of playing defense on Joe Harvey. An 18-point-a-game man has 4. Good first half.
Okay, let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll return, and this guy right here, Scott Stiles, is going to check out our team numbers. Don't be doing that. Go touch me. Right after this. No idea what's going on. Hey, welcome back. Time to check our team numbers now with Scott Stiles.
Carl, what a half. Jennings really came out the second quarter and shot a lot better. Shot 42% the second quarter. Overall, 11 for 31 the first half, 35%. Tiffin Calvert really struggled the second quarter. It still ended up shooting 52% for the half, 13 for 25. Rebounds, Fort Jennings crashed the boards hard in the second quarter, out-rebounded them 13 to 11 for the first half. Turnovers, Fort Jennings had 1 turnover the second quarter, ended up with 5 for the half. Tiffin Calvert has 8. 3-point shooting, they are 4 out of 14 for 29%. Tiffin Calvert is 4 for 8 from the arc for 50%. And from the free throw line, Tiffin Calvert did not attempt a free throw the first half. Fort Recovery is 5 for 5, or Fort Jennings, I'm sorry, is 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Yeah. First half score, 31-30. Would you stop waving at everybody?
Well, Rick Shaner, the head basketball coach of the Bluffton Pirates over there, is just kind of waving. Oh, there, Bob finally saw it.
Hey, Bob saw it.
Rick.
It took about 10 minutes to finally find him.
But look at these two down here.
I knew you would sooner or later.
Good eyes.
And Rick had a nice run in the tournament as well, and he had to go up against LCC, who is going to be playing again tomorrow night on Fox. Replay time 11 o'clock against Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. Halftime score again 31-30. It's the Fort Jennings Musketeers on top. Halftime show brought to you by our good friends at Van Dyne Crotty of Delphus. Van Dyne Crotty, uniforms that work. Yeah, they certainly do. Let's take another timeout. We're going to take time out to go up to the hospitality. No, I forgot. They don't have a hospitality suite.
Ketchup and popcorn.
They got popcorn down there, Bob, with ketchup and mustard.
Oh, boy.
Who puts...
I can use a little of that right now.
Let's not get into that. Let's take time out. We'll come back with third quarter action right after these very important words on Fox. Fasten up your seatbelt. We are ready for quarter number 3.
But after that slow first quarter we have, it really turned into a track meet. And this might be better yet.
Just underway, Tiffin Calvert with the basketball to start this third quarter.
Look at this 1-3-1 zone out of Jennings.
Oh my! What a nice play. It didn't go, but man, Kevin Lucius was up there, Bob.
He sure was. That came out of the locker room, that one.
Metzger, left wing to Liebrecht. They're going to be playing right in front of us this half. Get a better look at him, Bob.
Okay, let's go, Jennings.
Get him fired up here. This is Gosser.
Here's a zone also from Calvert.
Turnover against Fort Jennings. Unforced error. Down the floor we go. They can shoot. Joe Harvey takes it to the rack, misses. Rebound. Nice rebound from Aaron Utrup.
There's a 2-on-1. Oh!
Well, that was Liebrecht tossing that one away. Metzger couldn't hold on to it, so Metzger goes up into the cheerleader section.
Metzger won't be able to get a day with her for the prom. He spoiled his chances right there.
2 turnovers, first 2 possessions for Jennings, Bob.
Yeah, they don't want to get started like that.
Joe Harvey gets it back over to Tim Broadman down low on the baseline. Reisner outside, no. Rebound pulled down to Kevin Grotehouse. Here comes Kevin to Metzger. Metzger stops, double team.
Now you got him.
Oh, they left him open for a second, then he drives and fouled.
Nice going. Nice offense, Matt Metzger.
Any words of wisdom from John Von Sossen, you think, in the locker room at the half? Bob?
I don't know, but I think Calvert might have fooled him coming out here with the 1-3-1 zone, and or 2-3 zone. And watch how they're playing it.
Well, that's a big time 3. Kevin Grotehouse knocked that from about 3 feet behind the arc.
That's number 3 for him. Watch him attack this on the weak side.
34-30. Basketball to Harvey, left elbow, no good. Rebound, Metzger, and he dishes it off to Gosser, who gives it back to Liebrecht.
Calvert looks like they got a good offense against this 1-3-1 zone.
Metzger's wide open.
Oh, boy! Oh, boy!
That was a big-time move.
That's some serious moving.
36-30. Nice pass down low, 2 points.
That ends a 0 for 5 streak. Second half for Calvert.
Just watch how they're doing this. They're attacking the weak side from the outside in.
Grotehouse, he's hot. Kevin Grotehouse is feeling it.
Number 4 for him.
39-32. Pass down low again. This shot's partially blocked. Knocked around, picked up, missed again. Finally picked up by Keller, thrown up and in. Wow. I told you to strap that seatbelt on, Bob.
Oh, boy, all the way.
Look at this. Liebrecht off the glass.
What defense? What defense?
Get that stopwatch out. Here we go.
5 minutes and 17 seconds remaining, third quarter. Down low on the block again. Spin, got it. There's the ball player, Kevin Lucius. He only it's hard to believe he only averages 8 points a game.
Can't believe that.
Great observation, Carl.
Huh?
Another good. That's why you're the scouting coordinator, Fox. Great observation.
You mean the 8-point thing?
He can't play.
He should. Sure
he can play.
You had to check these out. You sure that was right?
Yep.
More like 18, it looks to me. Grotehouse misses the shot. Rebound, Metzger. Yes. I think these guys have learned how to use that rim.
Well,
how do you use them? You use the bank board.
They sure are. Look how high they're all putting them up on that board. That's really neat.
That's smart. 43-36. There's the drive by Harvey.
Another
Joe
bank.
Harvey. 43-38. Liebrecht down the floor. Grotehouse. Look at him go right to the rack. Outside. This time it's Gosser's turn. He can't get it. Knocked out of bounds.
Good try.
Good idea.
Good try, Aaron Utrup.
A lot of these guys aren't even sweating yet.
Oh, their juicers are flowing. They're going to get tired.
That was Jennings, 17 attempt for a three-pointer. 6 out of 17.
They're out in front by 5 with 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining, third quarter, and there's an easy 2 points. Kevin Lucius, again, Kevin Lucius.
That's your 8-point-a-game man, Carl. He's got 14 right now.
Calvert's hit last 4 shots.
And it's 43-40 for Jennings, who had the 1-point lead at the half, now up by 3. They had extended it to 7. All these guys can do that right there. I tell you one thing, if I was any of these guys on this Jennings team, there you go, guys, you got back. I'd be getting the ball to Kevin Grotehouse. This guy's on fire.
He's spotting up again. Just got to look at him.
Get him the rock. Outside another guy that was going to try. This time it's missed by Utrup.
He had a guy coming at it, Carl. He had to get rid of that quick.
3 minutes, 20 seconds, 46-40. In the paint, a foul. That is only the first foul against Fort Jennings here in the third quarter.
Joe Harvey on the Senecas is watch these guys down here go to the basket. He's going to try some of that too.
This Tiffin Calvert team, district champs in 89. And this year, sectional champs in 88, 89, 98, 99, and 2000. They've got some history and tradition. Shot is good. by Joe Harvey.
That's Calvert's first free throw attempt of the basketball game.
You know what? Last game that we did, Bob, against Stryker, for Jennings and Stryker did not shoot a free throw the whole game.
The whole ball game. And
That's
there's
amazing.
the first half of this game. So that's 6 quarters in a row. The opponents didn't get a shot, a foul shot.
46-42. We're down to 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Third quarter, here comes Utrip.
John Von Sosson would say that's good officiating.
2-2-1 press. They break it. Metzger ends up with it. Where's Grothaus? Oh, there's a foul. And that foul is going to go against Dustin Reisner. Dustin's hot. That's his third foul. He's going to have to leave the game.
Well, he anticipated the pass, but one good thing about it, for Jennings guy came back for the ball, Bob, and that's what caused the foul. If he don't come back for the ball, it's a clean pick.
Yeah, he might have been one step too fast.
3 minutes remaining, third quarter. 46-42. Jennings on top. This is Grothaus. Think they'll get a hand in his face this time?
Now he got it.
He's going to get a chance to penetrate. Then he dishes it off, and they turn it over. That's 8. Back the other way, Harvey puts the moves on. Look at him go. Misses the shot, though. Couldn't finish.
Fort Jennings kids are really getting back this half.
Liebrick did a great job of bodying him up in the lane and not letting him penetrate.
They split it. Goes back to Metzger. Passes up the 3 and goes to Gosser. Yes! None of these guys are afraid to shoot the ball. Scott Gosser's got 2 to make it, 2 more, I should say, to make it 48-42. There's another penetration move. Now they dish off. Easy 2 points. Kevin Lucius.
Kevin Lucius is hurting Jennings right now. He's got 16 points already.
The 6'4" senior.
He's hanging around on the weak side, and his teammates are penetrating, and he's just standing there waiting for somebody to give help.
There's Metzger, and he's fouled. Metzger was making his move to the hoop, and in midair, he gets hacked. And so he's going to get a chance. Let's see. Let's check the foul situation out. Nope, it's only the 3rd foul against Tiffin Calvert this third quarter.
You know, Metzger looks like a basketball player. He's got the big hands, he's got the lanky arms, and he moves real well in the air. Does a great job.
Can't you picture him next year with about 15 more pounds on him?
And who says he's done growing, you know?
Grothaus, hey, look at him get all over him this time. Gosser.
He'll haul popcorn all summer, guys. He'll muscle it up.
I'll tell you what, he could be an all-stater next year.
Kyle Liebrecht with 1:35. Third quarter, the spin move. It's a 5-on-4. Now he gets back on D. Back out to Grothaus. Grothaus to Metzger. Metzger looks for the spin. There he's got it with the left hand. He's schooling these guys on defense. Down the floor, Harvey quickly, a 15-footer, misses. Rebound Jennings, 50-44. If they score here, it would be the biggest lead of the night for the Musketeers.
Don't slow it up now, guys.
That's what John's saying. John said, run the offense, shoot it.
Gosser. Oh! Did he call bank? Did you call bank?
When you're hot, you're hot.
That's Gosser. Woo! Timeout called Seneca's.
Full one.
You know, we were talking about how cruddy these rims here, how tight they were for these shooters, and the ball going off the bankboard all over the place for these guys. It's looking good.
Carl, they're putting them in a hole.
Hey, tomorrow night, let's see some more action like this. We're going to be right back here, and I think what they did, Bob, they heard us talking about that. I think they got a crescent wrench out, and they loosened up the rims a little bit. What do you think?
Well, I'm not sure anybody's hit the rim yet, Carl. Those nets are what's taking a beating up there. They're just going right straight through that hole.
Well, I tell you, it's totally different than what we saw the first time we were here. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Hey, what I was saying is LCC is going to be taking on what is today? Today's Friday. Tomorrow night, LCC is going to be battling a team by the name of Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. They come in at 16-8. LCC will come in at 21-4. All the action will be tomorrow night, 11 o'clock on Fox.
Carl, LCC beat a real good Ontario team last night. The guys that saw the game said it was an outstanding performance, but it couldn't be any better than we're looking at right now.
Well, we're hoping to get Fort Jennings, LCC, and Shawnee all down to state, and our trot will be fantastic.
Would that be great?
50 seconds remaining, third quarter. Biggest lead of the night for Fort Jennings at 8, 52-44. Here comes Harvey. Oh, nice move, Joe Harvey.
Nice set play after the timeout. Got back in the flow of the offense. Nice.
Tiffin Calvert has only lost 2 games this year. Look at Metzger again go for it. He was hacked and he misses again. And now he comes back to play D, and here come the Senecas down the floor. Possible travel there. Bart Fisher gives it up. There's the spin by Keller. Keller down on the baseline. Back out top. Oh, nice defense by Metzger. Almost got that diagonal pass in
Down
there.
to 5, Carl.
Almost a layup.
Down to 2 seconds. Shot up and short, and that's the way the third quarter is going to come to an end. Great third quarter for Fort Jennings. We've got 24 minutes in the books. Our score on the Lone Zone scoreboard: Fort Jennings 52, Tiffin Calvert 46. Our final 8 minutes coming up next on Fox. Well, the Fort Jennings Musketeers are just 8 minutes away from making a trip to Columbus. Last time they did that, Bob?
Oh, way, way, way before I was born. And they have never made it to
You're right.
Columbus.
Never been to Columbus before. And that is always the thrill. Can you remember, Bob, the first time you guys went to Columbus when you were at St. John's?
Oh, very much so. 1954. Well, it was in St. John's. When we went to state tournament, they played in Cleveland that year. First year we went to St. John's was 1973 with P.Z. Grodehouse.
Yep, head coach for the girls for St. John's. How about third quarter numbers, Scott?
Fort Jennings shooting 20 out of 46, 43%. Tiffin Calvert 20 out of 40, 50%. Rebounds, Tiffin has the edge, 14-13. Turnovers, Calvert with 10, Jennings with 8. Three-point shooting, 7 for 20 for Jennings, 35%. Calvert 4 for 9. There's a bucket there.
Metzger again. Kevin Grodehouse and Matt Metzger just took over that third quarter. Amazing.
Looks like they're going to start taking over again, or continue taking it over.
54-46. Tiffin Calvert's Harvey misses the shot. It's tipped away by the Muskies, and here come the Fort Jennings Musketeers trying to increase their lead to 10, possibly 11. Kyle Liebrecht, and he gives it up to Grodehouse, to Utrip. He's open, and he misses the shot.
He didn't want to shoot that, it looked like, but he did.
Tiffin Calvert with a basketball. This is Fisher. Gives it up in the corner. Now they go back to Broadman.
You know, I think it's going to be a big factor, Carl, in this fourth quarter. Stamina. See which one can stay physically capable of playing the last minute or two of the ball game.
Tell you one thing, this guy right here ain't gonna have any problem. Excuse the English. Joe Harvey, the 5'11" senior.
He's tough.
He looks more like a football player than a basketball player, but he moves on the floor really well.
He's doing a pretty good job in there right now.
Looks like one of those little tailbacks, doesn't he, Scott?
Yeah, he does. Look at that. I like to see that when refs do that.
That reminds me of Alice after following you to home when you get a drink of water or something. She's always wiping it up as you're spilling.
All the time. All the time.
Joe Harvey at the line.
They don't want to let this guy get loose. They held him down to 4 points in the first half, and he's an 18-point-a-gamer.
I'd like to thank Sarka Brothers Machine for the closest location to pick up your Sarka outdoor stainless steel grill. Call toll-free, 877-64-GRILL. One of our many, many sponsors making it possible that I'm here with Scott Stiles and Hall of Fame coach Bob Arnzen.
Neither team's missed a free throw tonight.
Is that right?
Everybody's perfect from the line.
54-48. A little 2-2-1 action again.
Oopsie.
And there's a steal. Turnover against Jennings.
Little soft.
Outside. We're down to 6:35. Joe Harvey off the glass short. Gets his own rebound. Then Jennings steals it away.
You know, Jennings is a very short basketball team, and they're doing a great job inside rebounding.
Well, that's what everybody kept saying, Bob. Jennings can't go all the way because they don't have that one big man on the inside. But Metzger, you know, he can post up down there. He can take you out front. He can Do a lot.
He plays all over the court and plays it all well.
And Aaron Utrip, also 6'3".
Don't slow it up now, guys. Keep playing.
Down to 6 minutes. Metzger takes it, fakes, down low. Gosser's got it.
Great patience on that time by the offense for Jennings.
You know, Gosser don't have a lot of points, but man, he's got some key buckets.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's got 13 right now, Carl. 13 points there, all hidden, weren't they?
All big ones. Yep. Right elbow. Harvey gives it up. This one is a 3. Got it.
Boy, he did a good job because he didn't catch that clean at all.
I didn't think he was going to get off a good shot. Nate Keller makes it a 5-point game. 56-51. That 3-point shot has made this game completely different.
You can catch up in a hurry.
Baseline Utrip short. Knocked around, picked up by the Senecas.
Uh-oh.
And here they come. They've got
the
the numbers. 3-on-2 break. Harvey inside, knocked away Grotehouse.
You know, you can't throw a soft pass against either one of these teams. They're both too quick. A guy gets back and deflects that pass.
The winner of this one, your regional champions, the number 10 team in the state of Ohio. Fort Jennings going up against the number 6 team, Tiffin Calvert. Worthington Christian, your number 1 team in Division 4. Undefeated this year. Outside, no good. Rebound. You see everybody box out there, Bob?
Yeah,
Nice job.
You know, I see why Joe Harvey's been driving after he shot that 3.
Stick to the penetration, huh?
Yeah, I think keep going to the basket.
And a timeout is going to be called.
I think John used this timeout just to regroup. I think he sees his kids starting to get a little tight, realizing they have a shot at this thing. Gonna kind of calm them down and get refocused here for the last 4-minute run.
You know, another reason I think he calls timeout is to rest his kids rather than put some substitutes in. He can get them a minute's rest over there, and that saves him a substitution or 2.
I'd like to remind you again, if the Fort Jennings Musketeers win this contest, they will be advancing to the state tournament for the first time. And again, that schedule looks this way. They would play next Thursday night at 9 o'clock. And then they would come back if they win their semifinal game. The championship game would be on Saturday the 25th at 2 o'clock from the shot. And our foxtrot to the shot would come to an end. I like that.
Oh, you got another new one, Carl, to go with.
Come on, Kyle. Pump them up. Kyle Liebrecht gonna be the trigger man. By the way, Mike Richards from the district board will be presenting the regional championship trophies tonight.
And you want to stay tuned for that because he screwed up every presentation this year so far. So,
you know, said that, I didn't.
No, I know I said it.
I got a picture of him here too that we might show later on.
Yeah, it's a great picture. Looks like one. Is that Mo Curlier?
Down to 4 minutes and 37 seconds. Fort Jennings with the ball. Liebrecht gives it up. Utrip. They go back to him. 56-51. Metzger. Double team, triple teamed. Well, he gets the ball, he draws some attention.
He sure does.
Ball goes out of bounds right in front of Scott Stiles, who started to bail out underneath the table here. You okay, bud?
I took it all, Carl. I took it all.
Let's get the ball back in Kevin Grotehouse's hand again.
Yeah, they haven't.
Tell Liebrecht, he's right in front of you, Bob.
He hasn't had a shot for a while. He was hot there.
Bob's pointing.
Point to him.
Bob's pointing.
Liebrecht.
That way, boys, that way.
There's not a bad guy to get the ball to either.
No, get him inside and Kevin outside, and we go to town.
Boy, look at him jump around. Aaron Utrip.
That's not a bad spot to get it either.
I don't think there's anybody you'd be afraid to get the ball to.
These kids can flat out shoot a basketball, and they got good patience.
Well, they don't have to get it off the dribble. They can catch it and put it up, boy. You have no time to react.
58-51. We're under 4 minutes. Almost a steal. There's a 3. Yeah. Oh, where did he come up with on that one?
Oh, no.
Boy, his body was going 8 different directions when he shot that.
Ben Brickner makes it a 4-point game.
Here we go.
Down the floor. Grotehouse has it, puts it up, and he's fouled. Kevin Grotehouse is going to go to the line. Kevin has had himself a great ball game. You know what? Kevin Grotehouse has had a great ball game. Scott Gosser has, Matt Metzger has, Aaron Utrip has, and Kyle Liebrecht has. All these guys are playing well.
Pick them all out.
We might have a team player of the game when this one's over.
First miss.
Misses the shot. It's going to remain 58 to 54. John Von Sossen just kind of relaxing right now, sitting back in his seat over there, just enjoying the game, Bob. And they missed both shots.
That's not like Kevin Grotehouse to do that.
Well, they can cut it to 2. The way they've been tossing up those threes.
He might have been shooting that too close.
Here comes Harvey, dishes it off. Now they reverse it. Got to watch him. Brickner hit that last unorthodox shot. Over to Keller.
They run a nice offense.
All stripped away. Nice defense. We're down to 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Anybody's game yet.
Watch the nice cuts that Calvert's making on their man-to-man defense. And Jennings is doing a good job of sliding with them.
This would come down to a free throw shooting contest. Calvert only has 4 fouls, so they have to foul 2 more times to get Jennings in the bonus.
Down low, shot up and got it. Dustin Reisner gets 2 more points, and it's down to a 2-point lead.
That was a tough shot.
Very tough. Here comes Liebrecht, penetrates, puts it up off the glass, got it, count it, and he's going to be fouled. Tiffin Calvert fans do not like that call. They thought he charged.
I'll tell you what, you got to like Kyle Liebrecht. Jennings' lead is dwindling down to almost nothing. He got the ball in the backcourt, and he was going to score. He took it through everybody and got a nice layup and a foul.
60 to 56. Jennings on top with 2 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. Got them both, or got that one to complete the 3-point play.
Friendly rim there.
61-56.
Absolutely a great key basket for Jennings.
Harvey dishes it off the 3. Short rebound. Pulled down by Liebrecht. Now they're all over Kyle. Kyle gets rid of it to Aaron Utrip. Right.
Good
look at
pass.
this. Metzger. He's going to challenge. Bounces it underneath. They get it to Grotehouse. Metzger looks that rim over. Takes it to the rack again. Got the layup. Then it's going to be knocked away. Grotehouse with a fake. Up the glass. Kevin Grotehouse.
He was in there with the trees putting that one in.
63-56. We're down to 1:50. Senecas haven't found themselves down this late in the ball game too much this year.
Nice drive.
Tim Broadman, and we got a timeout. 63.
Wow.
He's in the trees, but even the trees' leaves move once in a while.
58. Let me remind you guys of something. We did a St. John's game the other night in which the Blue Jays lost by 1 point. It came down to the end of the ball game, and the Blue Jays, Bob, did not get a chance to let that last shot did not go through. Prior to that, I read you something that Al McGuire said that came to be what ended up happening in that game. Let me remind everybody of this one.
Absolutely. What do you have to do?
Teams like Fort Jennings, Bob, to get to where they can go here next week, need to go to this big tournament next week with no injuries or illness. They got to be playing at their peak. And the last and most important one is whoosh. That last shot must go through.
Is that loosh or whoosh?
That was a looshy.
There you go. Nothing but net, right, Bobby?
Nothing but, oh, we don't care. Board, bounce up in the air anyway.
63-58. Jennings on top, and
oh, boy.
they've got the ball. 1:25 seconds away from going to Columbus.
Keep going at the basket, guys.
Fort Jennings fans can just feel it. They're standing, they're watching. Metzger throws it to Coach Von Sossen. He thought that somebody had a spot behind the arc, and there was no one there.
John used to be a good shooter, but he can't shoot from that far out anymore. He forgot to tell him
He can't see that far out anymore.
Here we go, guys.
Tiffin Calvert with 1:07. Harvey works it on the right wing to Keller, right back to Joe.
Good defense, Matt Metzger.
We are under a minute.
Don't foul now, guys.
Harvey with the basketball, goes baseline. Nobody's there, but look at the block.
You know what?
Aaron Utrup came out of nowhere.
Hey, Bob.
What a block.
Out front, even maybe to shut them down a little bit, they only committed 2 fouls. If you do foul, at least they won't be in a one-on-one.
Yep.
You can give something away there.
Yeah, but they can wait for another couple
Oh,
minutes.
another block by Metzger. It's Liebrecht to the line, to the lane, and he's fouled.
3 shots.
They call intentional?
I don't know what you have to do to get an intentional foul, but that's an intentional foul.
The Fort Jennings Musketeers are 45 seconds away from making it to the big show. And who more deserves it than John Von Sassen? This guy has put 40 years of his life into this Fort Jennings Musketeers program.
Carl, from here I see 2 dark hair yet in John's head, and I'll bet you by the time 45 seconds goes by, there won't be any.
Kyle Liebrecht going to try to help out with a free throw, and it was in and popped out.
John just told the official if he makes this, he wants a timeout just to get his kids ready for those last 45 seconds.
Yeah, they need that little rest.
Getting pretty good at lip reading, Carl.
And the thing I can't wait for is when we see one of these guys on the coaching staff break a smile. And it's not going to happen for a while, I'll tell you that.
There's a timeout.
64 to 58. Bob, as you know, no coach at any level is ever secure with a lead when you're playing a team as good as Tiffin Calvert.
This is 2 baskets, guys.
Exactly.
This is a turnover, travel, anything. It's so easy to get the ball back. 6 is not much of a lead. It's a nice lead to have, but you can catch him.
You'd rather be ahead than be trailers.
Yeah,
at this point.
right.
Yeah, but when you're at Jennings and you're at that line, boy, that basket looks like a Dixie cup in the last 40 seconds.
Well, we're down to 45 seconds. The fans can feel it, but they're not even secure yet at this point because, like I said, we have a lot of time left. This is like dog years. The move behind the back, down in the baseline, short rebound for Jennings. Things looking a little bit better. The mugging occurs, and Matt Metzger is going to shoot. Let's check our foul situation out. Calvert, and by the way, Jennings is in the bonus. Calvert, let's see, Jennings only has 2 fouls, guys, so that's nothing we have to worry about.
This game has been well officiated. They let them play.
Absolutely have.
And I can guarantee one thing, Bob, these guys from Jennings aren't going to foul anybody.
Not right. I hope not right now. Well, they can right now.
Yeah, because you got 3 fouls to give yet.
Yeah, they got 2.
But they're concentrating right now on keeping this lead and getting this ball game over.
Yeah, I don't think they'll, as long as they got this lead, I don't think they're going to commit an intentional foul.
Metzger, 65, 58.
8 out of 11 from the line so far. Big, big shots.
Matt Metzger eyes it. It flies, and it's no good. A rebound. Here come the Senecas. Down to 30 seconds. They're going to have to hurry. Shot's going to be missed. And rebound Jennings. And a foul. And things looking even better. You know, usually when I'm doing a game, at this point I'd be saying, yeah, it's over. But I tell you, you can't say it with a team like Tiffin Calvert. But I tell you one thing, it looks real good.
Things are looking good.
I want to say something too. When Fox first started 7 years ago, the team that we really concentrate a lot on in the Putnam County League was the Fort Jennings Musketeers, and it's good to see them over all these years get to this point.
It sure is.
Outside 3 ball. Got it! We're down to 16 seconds. I told you. It ain't over till Ronnie Coon sings.
Oh, boy.
You know, Dave Metzger was with us several years ago when we got this whole thing started. I see him here tonight, and he knows that he's an old Fort Jennings boy. It means a lot to his school. Meant a lot to him when we got this thing started. And like I say, over these number of years, we've done so many games, and John's been close so many times. It's a small community, Bob, and
And you know that if a team like St. John's would have won against Fort Jennings, they could be here right now too because of the great competition they have between schools like that.
This is great for Fort Jennings. This is 4 seniors and a junior in the starting lineup. They don't as many big guys come in the future as they have right now. This is a big year for them. They want to get her done.
We're down to 16 seconds. That 3 brought the Senecas back to within 4 points.
They got to get the ball inbounds here. Let a couple seconds get off the clock. And remember, they got 2 fouls to give.
Right. Inbounding is going to be Aaron Utrip. And we've got a horn.
It's the second one. Oh, that's the first one.
And here we go. Kyle Liebrecht going to get the ball. There he is. And they're going to foul. They're going to, no, they're not. Or did they? They got him. Boy.
Hey, that's an intentional foul. That's after he threw the basketball.
I don't think they'll ever get it, though, Bob.
No, they aren't going to get it. I'd like to see. I'd like to see that.
Get mad at me, Bob. Look at him. He's ready to fight me. I'm glad you're in between us.
We're down to 13 seconds. Now listen to this. We still have a 2-possession game with 13 seconds. Now it's a 4-point lead. So Bob, even with 2 free throws, we're still talking 2 possessions.
Yeah, but if he makes them both, then they got a tie anyhow. Yeah. That's the nice part of this.
Kyle Liebrecht going to be shooting the 1-and-1. Just like in the backyard.
Nothing. That rim will not affect it if you put it right through that hole.
Yep.
Like he did.
Just like at the carnival.
Put it right in there.
This one's a lot easier than the first one, believe me. This should be the same situation here.
66-61. Kyle looks it over. Puts it up and got it. 67-61. 13 seconds remaining. We're down to 12. Across the timeline, Brodman at 9. He throws it up, and this game is going to be going to the Fort Jennings Musketeers with 6 seconds. This baby's going to be over.
2, 4, 6, 8. Jennings is going to go to state.
And that's the first time Bob Arnzen has ever, I guarantee you, ever put another school in there from what he usually says at this time.
Hey, if you can't beat him, join him.
Hey, that's right.
The neighbors are going instead of Jay's. It's the neighbors.
We're down to 6 seconds. 6 seconds away from Columbus. This place is going to rock. And I'll bet you Fort Jennings rocks a little bit tonight.
Calvert is still playing it safe. They need the ball. They got a long man out here. And that makes it a lot easier for the inbounds man to throw the ball to. Nobody's on him.
Dustin Reisner fouled out. Jennings with the ball. We're down to 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Our game is over. The Fort Jennings Musketeers are going to Columbus. Wow.
And John just smiled.
It took till zeros on the clock showed up, Bob, and John Von Sossen can finally go, woo, this baby's over. Our final score on the Lone Zone scoreboard shows the Fort Jennings Musketeers defeating the Senecas of Tiffin Calvert 67-61. We will have our post-game show coming up next on your Fox station.
Hey, welcome back to Savage Hall, the campus of the University of Toledo. Our ball game is over. The Fort Jennings Musketeers are going to Columbus. Final score is 67-61. Time for our post-game show, being brought to you by our good friends at Skyline Chili and Cappy Sports. Tonight, our player of the game is Kevin Grodhouse. Kevin tonight with 21 points. And Kevin, how's it sound to say you're going to Columbus?
Sounds almost unreal right now. It hasn't set in yet.
Did you ever think that would ever happen?
I hoped it would. It's been our goal ever since we started playing basketball. Our class, we've been PCL champs, 7th, 8th, freshman. And when I was a freshman or sophomore, our classmates went 20-0 on JV. And then every year we've just gotten farther and farther and farther. And I knew we could make it this year, and we did.
Now, how about this team that you just knocked off, man? They're a pretty good basketball team.
Yes, they are. They get up and down the floor, and they can fire them in from anywhere, as we saw tonight. They kept up with us. We made a run, they'd make a run. It's just back and forth the whole game. Lucky to put them away in the end of the fourth quarter.
Did you feel it, Kevin? Spotting up behind the arc, you were knocking down some big threes.
I don't know if I felt it, but I just felt like I had a good touch going. I caught the ball in rhythm every time I had it, and fortunately they went in.
Okay, and you got Coach Arns. Did you give him a ribbon or something
I did
before this game? What is this?
My wife Alice has it. I showed it to her the other night. She took it right down. She's a Putnam County here.
Oh, I see. See, after districts, I found it on the floor, orange and black ribbon. I said, Bob, you dropped this. This is yours. He didn't believe me.
Get another one for Columbus now. Got a shirt for you, Kevin. Hold that baby up for us to add to your collection. Congratulations, player of the game for the regional championship game over Tiffin Calvert. We'll see you next week, next Thursday, buddy, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Good luck to you.
Yes, we will. Thank you.
Kevin Grodhouse, our player of the game. Going to try to get John Von Sossen in here in a couple of minutes. He is talking on to some other media right now. And while John is talking, what we'll do is have Bob Arns to go over some of the individual numbers.
Okay, Carl, for Fort Jennings, Kyle Liebrecht had 11, Kevin Grodhouse, a big 21. 18 for Matt Metzger, who also played a great basketball game. Scott Grosser, 13. Aaron Uhtred, 4. And all 5 of those guys played great basketball games. Joe Harvey, 12 for Tiffin Calvert. Dustin Reisner, 4. Tim Brodman, 5. Nate Keller, 10. 16 for Kevin Lucius. 6 for Bart Fisher. 2 for Kevin Cahill. And 6 for Ben Brickner. Final score of a great, great ball game, 67-61, Fort Jennings.
And like I said, Bob, in a game like this, usually you get down to the end, the other team has 7-8 point lead. You figure this one's over, but the way Tiffin Calvert played, no.
This was not over until that buzzer blew, because these guys were really playing. They were really going at her. And I think let's give a lot of credit to Calvert also. But Jennings, what I liked about them, they didn't get a good start in the ball game. They weren't getting back on defense. They weren't running down on offense. All of a sudden, they saw what they had to do, and they made the adjustment.
And now they get a chance to go down to Columbus, and like you said before, you know that feeling, making your first trip down there. John Von Sossen in a program that's he's been around for 40 years. What a feeling and we'll talk to him in a couple minutes, but it's got to feel great.
You got to be happy for John. He really works hard at this basketball game. Not that every other coach doesn't, but he stayed down in a junior high for so many years before he became a varsity coach, and he earns every accolade that he gets.
Okay, let's talk to Scott Stiles with the team numbers.
Well, for the game, Fort Jennings really picked it up. I think first quarter they were a little tight. Ended up shooting 24 out of 54 for 44%. Tiffin Calvert was 25 for 52, 48%. Rebounds, Fort Jennings really hit them on the boards the second half. Out-rebounded them 26-16. Turnovers, Jennings with 10. Tiffin Calvert with 11. Three-point shooting, 7 for 22 for 32%. He's still yelling. I tell you, get. and Tiffin Calvert was 6 for 17, 35%. Free throw shooting, 10 for 15 for Fort Jennings. Really helped him win this ball game. Shot 67%. Tiffin Calvert 4 for 4 for 100%. Final score, Jennings going to state 67-61.
Again, with that loss for now Tiffin Calvert, they will bow out of the tournament with an outstanding record of 22-3. The Fort Jennings Musketeers will advance as they now have a record of 22-3 as well. And again, our player of the game for this one, Kevin Grodhouse, as he pumped in 21 points. But as Bob mentioned before, with those numbers, we wanted to get a word with also Matt Metzger, who is right now getting their pictures taken with John Von Sossen. That's why John's not over here right now. But, you know, when you pick a player of the game, sometimes it isn't always the guy that scores the most points. There's a lot of other factors involved, but it could have been about any of the 5 starters in this game, Bob.
At different stages of this ball game, each one of those guys stepped up and carried their team. And I think that's what you mean when you say T-E-A-M, when everybody does a little bit to help the cause, and they sure did a lot tonight to help the cause.
Well, they knocked off the number 6 team in the state of Ohio. Now they have to go down to Columbus, and it gets a little bit tougher after this.
I don't know who they play the first game, Carl, do you?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
Well, why don't we check with Matt Metzger here real quick and see how he feels. Come on in here, Matt.
All right.
On my right side, congratulations, buddy.
You won't have to haul so many of those bags of popcorn.
Now, we gave you a shirt last time. We decided to give Kevin one tonight, but you could have been standing out here as well. Had to feel great tonight, Matt.
Yes, it did feel great. We wanted to do this for a long time, ever since we were little, and it finally happened. we wanted to come out and play our hearts out, and we did that, and we came up with a victory.
And you took it upon yourself again tonight when they needed the big bucket. You were driving, and that was a good thing too. You guys are laying it off the glass real nice, where before we've seen some of those balls go in those rims and pop out. You did it right tonight.
Yeah, it helps coming here last year and getting a feel for it. I think we had it this year. We knew what to do, knew how to shoot, and pretty much did everything we had to.
Okay, buddy, congratulations. We'll see you next week in Columbus,
yes,
okay?
You will. Thank you.
Okay, buddy, take her easy. Matt Metzger, again, one of the leading scorers here tonight for the Fort Jennings Musketeers as we are getting ready to wrap things up here in our post-game show. Bob, come on back in here. He'll come over. Don't worry. And John Von Sossen and the gang is going to have to go in the media room. We like to thank all the fine folks here from the University of Toledo, making it a great stay for us. They treated us well, and we really do appreciate what they have done for us here in this regional basketball tournament. I've had to stall for a long time. We'll finally get this guy in here real quick. I don't have anything else to talk about. So John Von Sossen finally comes in. Congratulations, buddy. Come on in here. Great. Turn around to the camera and get that hug.
I know how you felt so many times.
Isn't that neat? I'm happy for you, big guy.
I'm so happy for them kids.
Oh, man. This
they spent a lifetime in there, and hell, I just showed up, and I'm going to take a ride.
Almost 50 daggone years, buddy.
Well, John, we were saying it took 40 years, but you're finally going to make that big trip. You got to, and you already said it, but you got to feel just great. I saw you smile after the game.
I feel good for these kids. You know, like I told somebody, I've been down there for 35 years. You know, I go every year, but to take these guys along, that's a new feeling, and they deserve it.
Let me tell you the best part about that. When you get down on the floor and you look up there and see all these coaches, you know every daggone one of them spent $7 for a ticket, and you got in free, baby.
Yeah, but every one of those, the part about it, every one of those guys are probably a lot smarter than I am.
Hey.
And if they have players like I have, they would have an opportunity too.
You guys play like you did tonight, you'll be the smartest coach in the state of Ohio. I'll guarantee you that.
John, we're just going to let you go.
I don't care. I'm so tickled for my kids.
Go with your team and celebrate. Congratulations. We'll see you next Thursday, okay?
Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay. John Von Sossen, head basketball coach for the Fort Jennings. This guy's pumped. I haven't seen him pumped since I bought for him last time we ate. They're turning the lights out, so we got to say real quick, thanks to all the fine folks here at Toledo. Our final score again, it was Fort Jennings defeating Tiffin Calvert 67-61. Kevin Grodhouse, our player of the game. Thanks to Skyline Chili and Cappies, for Scott Stiles, Bob Arnzen, the whole Fox crew. Congratulations, Musketeers. We'll see you in Columbus, but tomorrow night we'll see you right here on Fox at 11 o'clock. LCC gonna